Hello. Today's bottle is B53, pale green, pale green. I've chosen to come outside for this one because green is about space and the outdoors is the greatest space that we can be in. I also love that being out here and wearing this top, of course, it's such a camouflage quality in this pale green. And even me in the picture seems somewhat disappearing, which is very similar to the Orosoma Tarot card for Hilarion. And you see the figure of Hilarion here, hidden behind the tree, disappearing into the background. So that's a very important idea of pale green, which I want to talk with you about. But first, I want to tell you a little story. I've actually been trying very hard to make this video. I think this is like the second or third day I've made a video. And every day there's been some problem, which has been hard for me. The first day, I was trying to mend something. God, I can't believe it. Okay. I was mending something. This is part of it. This was so rusted. Can you see I was taking something apart? There's so much rust on there. I simply couldn't unstick. I couldn't take apart this thing I was wishing to take apart because it was so stiff and old and had been left for such a long time that it had become completely stuck. It took me an hour spraying and different tools to release that. Now that's an idea of which connects with this bottle, and here's why. This bottle can be chosen when this color is chosen by people who want to escape from a situation, who want to free themselves up. They want to release themselves for something new. Literally, as I was trying to do with that screw the other day, this wish for a new space. It's the pale green, not the green. Pale, whenever you have a pale color within the Orosoma sequence, it shows more intensity. There's more simply intensity. And in the case of green, I could say it's like trying. I've been trying for 2 days to make this video. The computer battery fails, the light's not right. Every day I didn't say something and I have to record the whole thing again. Trying. And it made me also think, I don't know if you've ever seen, like when you have a plant and it's not in a good situation, it has to, maybe it's underneath some paving slab. If you lift up paving slab, sometimes you can see a grass like growing all the way to the side, and then it comes up because it's looking for the light, and it's got to really stretch itself to reach where it needs to be. And in a way, you've got that's the kind of intensity with this intensity to find a way out of a situation, just as I was struggling so hard to find a way to release this screw, which had over many years just become fixed because it never moved. No one touched it. It just became more and more and more embedded into its situation. This is what can happen in people's lives, of course. When you're young, you're growing, you're changing, you don't think about it so much. As you get older, situations build up around you. It can be work, career, family, where you live, neighbors, habits of thought and feeling. Little by little, you become more and more habitual, more and more entrenched in certain situations, whether they're internal or external. And then there can come a moment, the moment when you want to choose this color, where you feel, I want there to be a different way, something different. Green is about the horizon in a way. If you think the opposite color of green is red, red is how things are. This is how things are in this moment. It is as it is, red, material, materialized. This is it. This is how it is. But green is the opposite. Green looks to the horizon, to the future, to how things can be different. And so at certain moments in your life, you can have this feeling, it's time for something new to begin, something to be different, some change to come. You didn't realize how you were getting fixed and stuck over the years. And then suddenly that feeling, it's just time for change, and the feeling just rises within you, and then you can choose this color. So that's the first thing I want to say. And now a bit of a story about the color and how what can support that possibility of change. I just showed you this picture, I think earlier, or in a previous shooting of the video, I can't remember anymore. See how this figure of Hilarion is camouflaged. It's almost difficult to see in, behind the tree, in the background. The path seems to be in behind him, but also overlaying him, disappearing into the background, just as in a way I'm disappearing in the background of the trees here with my green top on. Just as the bottle somehow disappears as I place it in front of my shirt. So we have this question. You want to escape from a situation. You want something to be different. A very skillful way for this to be possible is to relax. Just to relax, begin to relax into the background. What do I mean by that? I mean, we need to think about, in a way, the rainbow of colors and where green comes in the spectrum. Before green, if we're working up, we'd say red, base chakra, the physical body, orange through to yellow. Yellow is the self. So you've got the self attached to the body. And that's, the self is something fixed. For yellow, the self tends to fix itself anyway. I'm like this, I'm not like that. We tend to create, we have a strong self-image, which tends to fix things. This is how I am, and that's how other people are, and I don't like it. So that's what I'm not, and this is what I am. So with that yellow energy of self-awareness, we tend to fix things. And that also happens towards us from the people around us. Or he's like that, or this is what they do. There's like a general building up of awareness, or what can I say? The thoughts that attach around somebody, the expectations, the attention that attaches around somebody tend to fix that person in place, just like this got fixed in place over time. So if you want to be something different, in a way, you've got to relax from being fixed as how you think of yourself and how other people think of yourself. You've got to begin to make that definition of yourself softer. You see, and this is where moving into green and becoming something more merging with the background. As I am here, I'm kind of disappearing. I'm not so easy to see in this picture. I know that. Maybe that's not good for a video, but it's good for the message I want to tell you today. When you disappear, when it becomes difficult to pick you out from the background, then you have space for change, because there's what would normally be holding you is now not noticing you so much. And I can see, and also I think the sunlight on my t-shirt and on my face is good, because, this is how I look in this moment here. But if I move a bit, now I don't look the same. An artist wouldn't paint me the same here or here. Just by moving around, the light is breaking up the definition of the way you see me as well. So it's what they do with camouflage and boats. They kind of paint lines that break up the normal silhouette of the boat, so you don't see the boat anymore. Now you see different patches of light and dark. So as we go into the background, then something more natural. It's often said, isn't it? Life is change. You can't stop change. As you just go into the background, then the natural flow of change will begin to operate in your life. As long as you're kind of fixed on something, I don't want to be like this, or this is how I am, it's difficult for change, because you're fixing that with your attention, with your thoughts. But as you begin to relax, as you begin to just be in nature and stop thinking about things and just open yourself to something bigger, almost miraculously, you begin to relax and things can begin to change, just like breathing. Sometimes people get tense and they start to hold their breath a bit. And if you just relax and just let the breath will already flow in and out. And all you need to do is just let that flowing, expanding, contracting, that movement will naturally allow change to happen. And maybe you don't even need to change. All you need to do is just be present to the moment in a new way. Maybe there's nowhere to go, but you've just your own consciousness has changed, and now you can be open to your situation in a new way. So this is really the desire of the pale green, the intensification of the green. Well, thank goodness this is over. I should be doing a new bottle next time, and I'll be able to relax myself. Best wishes for you, and until then.